Welcome to Astoria Day, the podcast where mysteries linger in the mist, and the stories you hear might just haunt your dreams. I'm Clara Brooks, your guide through the unknown, unraveling tales that dwell on the edge of reality and the beyond. What is truth? What is myth? Let's find out together. Tonight, we journey to a lonely lighthouse, where the past is more than just a memory, it's a haunting. The Lighthouse Keeper's Secret. The storm raged like an angry beast against the cliffs of Frostcrag Haven, where the lighthouse had stood watch for over 100 years. Its keeper, Elias, was a man of few words, but the rumors about him spoke loudly. Some said he was once a captain who had lost his crew to the sea. Others whispered that he had gone mad, waiting for someone long gone. Few dared to visit, but on this particular night, fate brought Carla to his door. The wind howled like it was trying to rip the world apart. Carla, drenched from head to toe, knocked on the lighthouse door, half expecting no answer. But it creaked open, revealing Elias, his face pale and lined with shadows. "You should leave," he said in a voice that was both a warning and a plea. "I can't," Carla replied, shivering. "The storm. There's nowhere else to go." Reluctantly, Elias led her inside. The lighthouse was cold, the walls slick with the dampness of the storm. But the air inside felt thick, as though it was holding its breath. As the wind battered the windows and lightning flashed, Carla noticed the way Elias's gaze kept flicking toward the beacon. It wasn't just the storm that had him on edge. There was something else. Something deeper. "You're afraid of something out there," Carla said, her voice barely louder than the storm. Elias stiffened, his hands clenching around the arms of his chair. After a long silence, he spoke, his voice barely above a whisper. "I used to captain a ship," he said. "I had a brother, Jonah. We sailed together, until the storm came. It was a night like this, violent and merciless. The ship was torn apart, and Jonah, he was lost. I searched for him. I never stopped. I came here to watch the sea, thinking if I could light the way, maybe he would come back." Carla felt a chill that had nothing to do with the cold. "Do you really think he's out there, after all this time?" Elias didn't answer. He just stared at the swirling darkness beyond the windows. Then, as if on cue, the beacon's light flickered. It swept over the sea, illuminating something, a shadow, far off in the distance. Carla moved closer to the window, her heart pounding. "Did you see that?" Elias nodded, his face ashen. "Every storm, I see him. Jonah, he's out there, waiting, but it's not him. Not anymore." A loud bang echoed through the lighthouse, and Carla spun around. Someone was knocking, no, pounding on the door. Her breath caught in her throat. "It's him," Elias whispered, his eyes wide with terror. "He's come for me." Carla's heart raced as the knocking grew louder, more insistent. She wanted to leave, to run into the storm and never look back, but something held her there. Curiosity? Or was it fear? She wasn't sure. The door groaned as it slowly swung open, revealing a figure drenched in seawater, his face pale as the moon. His eyes locked onto Elias, and in that instant Carla knew. This wasn't a reunion. It was a reckoning. And that was the story of Elias, the lighthouse keeper who waited too long for the sea to give back what it had taken. Was Jonah's return a second chance? Or something far darker? Some say the lighthouse still stands on those cliffs, its beacon sweeping the ocean, always searching, always waiting. Thanks for listening to Astoria Day. If you liked this episode, be sure to subscribe, share with your friends, and leave us a review. You never know what stories might surface next, but until then, stay curious, and beware of what might be waiting just beyond the light.